Hi everyone, welcome to the Cluster API release cutting meeting. Today is 29th of August 2023. In this meeting, we'll be cutting patch releases for release 1.5 and release 1.4 release branches, specifically v1.5.1 and v1.4.6. We'll be following the release tasks document as usual, and yeah, let's get started. And also one more note, this meeting is recorded and later will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. And also one more note, we follow CNCF code of conduct, so that boils down to basically being respectful to each other. And let's get started then. I'll start with just going to the notes that we have for cutting a release. I hope you are seeing my screen right?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So the first is ensuring the CI before cutting a release. I got a CI signal before this meeting. I think it's green, but also CI team members are here. We can quickly actually check before going into that. So someone is unmuted. So I see this is failing, and I'm not sure if we have to bother about it or not.
Yeah, so this IPv6 test, this has been flaky for some time. So we fixed some of the flakes, but it's still a bit flaky. Other than that, it looks...
Yeah, I see the previous rounds.
Okay.
So I gave it as a green signal, at least. Other than that, I think we look good on release 1.5. Release branch, let's check release 1.4. Yeah, we have a couple of flags, but it should be good, right?
Yes, it should be good.
Yeah. Great, thanks. Yeah, and also I quickly checked the GitHub actions for weekly runs. Actually, we can also double check that. So we have actions here, and we have this verify. This one. Weekly security scan that ran yesterday, and it is green. And there is also create release. Sorry, not this one. I think this one, weekly release test, which also ran 3 hours ago, and that's green, and we can consider both of them as a green. And yeah, we are done with the first item. Next to the comms team, I think Guillermo is on the call, and we have PRs, right, that you opened thankfully yesterday.
Yes.
I'll quickly open them. Yeah, just a second. So this is 1.4.6. I see already reviews on this and approval, LGTM, and we pushed it 7 minutes ago. And that's because probably there were changes diff between yesterday and today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. So there were a couple of things. We changed the area for one of the PRs that was already in this changelog, and also there was one backported, I think last night, to both 1.4 and 1.5, and I believe also some doc changes. So I regenerated it and I added whatever was the diff.
Oh, thanks. I'm sharing the PRs in the chat. please take a look, since we have to review it collectively, and yeah, and merge it. This time, I think everyone is aware, just reminded that we'll be using a new GitHub automation that like for the first time. And that should help us a lot, hopefully, with pushing a tag, triggering jobs, and so on and so forth. But for that, we have to first merge these two PRs that Guillermo opened. So let's have a look properly. I'll start with v1.4.6. Just feel free to review on your side as well and comment if you find anything that needs to be fixed. I think this looks good to me. We were thinking about this one, and this should be already added, right, Guillermo? Yeah, I see it there. Any other comments from others on the PR? Looks good to me from my side. And it has a hold. Cecile, can you also please take a look?
Oh yeah, I think it still looks good to me. I'll add my re-review.
Sure, thanks. If it looks good, we can go ahead with merging it, right? Or do we first review the other one also and then merge them? Yeah, shouldn't
I think let's do one at a time just in case anything goes wrong. So let's remove the hold and pray and hope it goes well.
Yeah, hopefully everything should be fine.
This is the first time we're running it in the main upstream repo, so.
Well, yeah, no worries. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Otherwise, we have a backup plan, so we can fall back always. So if there are not any other comments, I don't see it on the PR unless I just update it. If it looks good to everyone, I'm going to unhold it. Yeah, I don't see any comments. Good. Okay. Let's Right, it's merged now. Now once that's merged, it should trigger a GitHub action, which should be this one, and it's running.
Can you look into the steps to make sure it created the right things? Yeah. Cool.
Sure, yeah, that looks good.
And then the release branch to use, that should be release 1.4. Yeah, yeah, that's the right
branch
one.
1.4. Let's check this one. So it's switching to release 1.4, which is a new branch, right? Yeah, and it's tracking origin release 1.4. It's not a yeah, it should be good. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Creating a release tag. Yeah, I think it looks good, right?
Yeah, everything looks good to me.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah, I just pulled the latest tag and it's pointing to the last commit in release 1.4 branch. So that worked fine.
Great. So now this is generating the release artifacts and then release nodes, and then at the end we should have a draft release ready. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or anything to discuss, just bring it up while this is running. And yeah, this should also trigger a proud job to publish the images to staging repository. And yeah, I see the tags already here. Meanwhile, can we already perhaps promote the images, but the images are not there, so
Yeah, you need to wait for the proud job to promote the images.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking like we have to prepare the.
This is the part where you go get yourself a coffee because the automation is doing its job.
Yeah, exactly. This is great.
Kind of a tangent question from me. It's my first time joining.
Sure.
Let's just say this was a release candidate or a beta release. Is the process the same? I think so, because I can't find any other steps, but
yeah, I believe it should be same. Do you mean by this automation, if it works the same way, or the like in general the whole process?
primarily the automation.
I will leave that to Cecil probably answer.
Sorry, what was the question?
Like let's say this was like a release candidate or a beta release.
Yeah.
Would the automation kind of just handle it too? Is there anything special?
So if it's a beta release or a release candidate, so actually they're different. So beta release, we cut the release tag, or we create the release tag from the main branch. There's no release branch yet. So for beta release, it just uses the main branch to create and push the tag. For a RC candidate, it creates a release branch if there isn't one already. So if
Yeah,
it's
I
the
think
first RC.
Yeah, I think we documented it, right?
Yeah, it's actually hidden. It's in release cycle that is documented, this part. Maybe we should duplicate it in release tasks, but
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks.
So release branch is created after beta release.
Yeah, so this is a beta on weeks 13 and 14. By then, we are not yet branched out. And on week 15 and 16, where the RC comes, and then we create the release branch. And then, yeah. And I think the implementation itself for it takes already into account the RC.
It's release.yaml.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this one.
So it's like a different GitHub action.
Yeah, so here I think we are checking for the release version if it's beta or alpha. Then we use the main branch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's not, then we'll be using the release branch basically. Release 1.4, release 1.5, and so on. I think this is the check probably. Does it answer your question? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, like I can read more. Figure out that answers my question. Thanks.
Sure. So this is still running. Are there any other questions about automation or?
I got a quick question just on what's happening right now. So are we essentially waiting for the release artifacts to be generated, and then that passes them off to the Prow job, or what happens next?
You want me to take that for a cat?
Sure.
So the release artifacts are part of the GitHub action in order to create a draft release. So once the release artifacts are generated, then it will create a draft release, those artifacts as GitHub release artifacts. So that's independent of the Prow job. In parallel, we're running a Prow job, which was triggered by the tag getting pushed. And that is pushing the container images to the staging registry. Once that's done, so the Prow job is running, we can promote those images to the prod registry. But it's independent of this GitHub action that's happening here. And
cool.
In order to publish the release as a release, we want to wait for the image to be promoted, because otherwise folks might try to use it and pull the image and the image won't be found.
Cool. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks.
I'm surprised the Prow job isn't done yet. Doesn't usually take that long, no? Or I guess the previous ones took 20-ish minutes. That's pretty long.
Yeah. 26 minutes, which is long, yeah. And this is running.
Yeah, this takes around 10 minutes, I think, the release artifacts. We could start 1.5 if you want. They're both on different release branches, so there shouldn't be any overlap.
Sorry, once again, are you suggesting to start reviewing the other PR? And
Yeah, just so that we can get a head start on running that automation for the other one too.
Sure, yeah. Let's review that one too. I shared it already on the chat. Is this already updated, Guillermo? OBS? Just confirming.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, this looks good to me. All right, Cecily already reviewed it. Are there any comments? Does anyone want more time to take a look at this PR? Otherwise, I'll just unhold it. Looks like no. I think we can go ahead with this also. So I'll just unhold it. Right.
Oh, forgot. I just realized we didn't change the emojis, but that's okay. We can do that next time. Not a huge deal.
You mean to this
We
one?
should... Yeah, for the PRs.
Yeah, I hold it back. So if you want to change it right now.
Well, I think let's just leave it because we already did the other one with the same, right?
Yeah. I think,
So
yeah. This is already
we can just
merged.
standardize on something next time.
But did we agree on emoji already?
No, we didn't agree on that important decision of whether we should use a rocket or a ship. So
yeah. All right. Yeah.
we need
Let's
to have
decide.
consensus.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can remove these entries from the release notes either manually, or we can add an extra condition for the release notes. It's not a big deal.
Sure. I'm removing it once again. And let's agree on the emoji next time. Okay, so this should also merge soon. And I see this is already complete. So once this is complete, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to see the draft release, right?
So you can only see it if you have permissions on the repo. But if you click in the GitHub action, there should be a link to it. That's a direct link. But I think it won't work if you don't have. It's create release is the name of the.
Probably here.
It's the release step. Yeah.
Is it?
The right before post setup go. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So if you want to, I can go check that to make sure it looks good on my end.
Thank you. Meanwhile, our job is still running. I can close this. This is still not merged. A couple of jobs are retriggered, so great. So this looks good. It already. Do you want to share the screen, Cecile, or I can just keep on?
Sure. Yeah, I can show just the draft real quick.
Sure. Let me stop sharing.
Do I have permissions to share screen? Are you host on this or?
Yeah, I am. Do you want me to make you host?
Yeah, I think you have to make me co-host so I can share screen.
All right. Let me see. Can you try it now?
Thanks. Yeah, that works. Okay, you can see it.
Yep.
Yes, that's the draft release. 1.4.6 tag. Can someone just double check this is the commit we're expecting?
That looks correct to me, but I'll double check. Date. Yeah, 38A968F, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I don't know what this gray bar is here, but it looks like it was there before in other release notes too, so probably it's normal. But yeah, looks good. And then we have the assets. So this is you were asking earlier about the artifacts that we're generating. So those are the artifacts that were generated. They're part of the release as assets. Yeah. Anything else I should look at?
I think this looks good. We have all the assets, right?
Yeah, I mean, this has been working, like there was no changes to this, so I'm not too worried about this.
Yeah.
This is the same automation as before. The main thing that I would want to triple check is the tag in the release branch, but it looks good.
Yay, looks good.
All right.
Great. Let me share my screen back. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen now. Almost too easy, yeah. That was proud job. It's still running. Where is the other PR? Is it merged yet? No, it's still there. Okay, one more job. Is this all logs? I expected a bit more, but might be wrong. Looks like this is it.
So release improvement for next cycle, speed up automation.
Yeah, and I know how we can speed up that though, but because there are so many things that are out of control, one is proud. And yeah.
Does anyone know why it sometimes takes longer than others? Is it just like how busy is Proud, or is it something else there?
As far as I know, since it's like all the jobs or like jobs for all the projects running in the same Proud cluster, and tied, let's say, this component that merges the PRs, it has some kind of queuing mechanism that it puts them all in the queue and in a batch, to be specific, and then merge them one by one. So yeah, it's merged. So it cannot merge really everything at once. It takes time, and it will do it on batches.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was more talking about the images, those jobs that get triggered when we tag.
Oh yeah,
I understand what tag sometimes takes longer.
Yeah. About the job, I'm not sure, to be honest.
So I think since they moved to the community registry, everything's taking way longer. It used to be faster, and then there were some improvements to make it a bit better, but it's still slower overall. Because I think when they first merged the community registry, it was like at 1 hour to push the images. And now it's down to 30 minutes, but still. And Cluster API is pushing like 3 different images. There's one for CAPI core, one for CAPD, one for actually 4, one for Bootstrap kubeadm, and one for control plane kubeadm. So that's like 4 images we're pushing. I don't know if we're doing it in parallel or not. That might be one thing to look into to improve speed. But yeah, the CAPZ job just pushes 1 image and it takes 14 minutes or 15 minutes on average.
Okay. So if I'm getting this right, most of the time it's not building the image, it's just pushing it to the registry.
I think it's, and I don't know, it might be both. Like we'd have to look into what's taking
Okay, gotcha.
most of the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We could take a look if it's like resource constraints. We could fix it. If it's something else, then we have to check. All the job manifests are in testing for, right, for these jobs as well, Cecile?
Yes, but I think for image pushes jobs, it's like a standard because it does things in the like this cluster, the cluster it runs in has like privileges, so you're not allowed to modify the job itself, I think. So you're supposed to just use the template, and the configuration that happens on the project side is mostly done in this like cloud build YAML file that's in the project. So in the CAPI repo, I can find the docs for this. I remember reading this at some point. Yeah, cloudbuild.yaml in the CAPI root repo is what kind of customizes our.
This should be the one. And then job manifest itself. I see it's in the.
Yeah, and the job manifest itself is in test infra, but
Yeah.
that's not something that we can typically. I guess we could play with like resources. Yeah, but they don't want you to change commands or args or anything like that since it has access to secrets.
Yep, yeah, exactly. Oh, I see v1.4.6 is complete. So let's check the images. I don't know why this is super slow for me. And I see the image uploaded 1 minute ago for cluster API controller. Let's check cluster cutoff. And I wonder why it doesn't have a size yet. Or probably it's fine. Bootstrap controller image. Yeah, it's there. And then KCP. Looks good. I think we can proceed with promoting the images, right? Okay, so this is running for 5.1. Let's quickly check. It's using release 1.5. Yeah, it's creating a release tag. This looks good. And we're running the draft release. While this is running, let's go back to the document that we had, that we were following. So yeah, this part is done. Well, at least for the v1.4.6. We have a draft release that triggered the project, and images are in staging repository for 4.6. I think we are good with image promotion for 1.4 at least. Any objections? I'll take it as a no. Let me share probably other screen. We should be seeing the VS Code, right?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the first one is done. The images are built and pushed to the staging repository. Now, next step is we should create a PR to promote these images to the production registry, and for that, we have a make file target in cluster API repo called make promote images. Before that, we have to export the release tag GitHub token that I already did. So I'll just export the release tag. Sorry. And that should be v1.4.6. And I think we are good with promote images. Let's run this.
Furkat, does it matter which branch you're running these commands from? Are you running it from your like forked version of the repo?
Actually, I'm running it from. That's a good question, actually.
It doesn't matter as long as the branch you're running in has the promote images target with the latest fixes or whatever.
Okay, so you don't have to, let's say, check out the release branch, right?
No.
All right. Thanks for confirming. I'll just run it from main branch then.
So this is using the kpromo tool, which is a tool that's maintained by the Kubernetes release team. So it's actually used for Kubernetes releases too. And we just adapted it to work for Cluster API project. Interesting.
Some dependency.
Version or long version.
Oh no.
Is it missing?
Actually, maybe in this case, it will make it easier for you if you run it from a release branch, but we should figure out what's going on with the main branch.
So I'll check out origin. Then I think should be good. I'll export the release tag and run again, make promote images. Let's see.
Oh, this is a different version of kpromo.
Yeah, looks like.
Interesting. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
It seems to be moving though.
Yeah, but I think, okay, so let's see. We'll see the resulting PR because there was a change at some point where we changed the order of tags so that they're more humanly readable. And I wonder if this is gonna do it in the wrong order. So if anyone's wondering why we're doing this locally and not in the GitHub action, the reason is that it needs to create a pull request in the k8s.io repo, which is in a different org from Cluster API because it's in the Kubernetes org. And in order to do that from the GitHub action, we need some bot account or something that has a GitHub token that can create PRs in another org. And that's not the case by default with the GitHub action, GitHub token that's exposed. That's why we need to create it under the identity of someone, in this case, for Cat.
Yeah, thanks for explanation. Cecile, it opened a PR or sorry, it didn't open a PR. I'm about to open a PR right now.
No, it did open a PR. The last line says successfully created PR and there's a link to the PR.
Oh yeah, sorry, it did already. I was about to check the shells quickly so that we got the same shells for each.
I can't see your browser.
Sorry, well, what do you see right now?
Blurry VS Code. I don't know if it's just me or.
No, it's the same for us as well.
Let me share it. Sorry, there was a. Are you seeing the? Just a second.
We're seeing your browser that has Cloud Builder YAML open.
Oh, that's completely not the one that I wanted to share. Again. So you should be now seeing the Google Cloud, right?
Yeah.
So where is the PR? Have to find it now. Sorry for the inconveniences. Second. Yeah, it's there. So what I was doing is, you're seeing the PR, hopefully, checking the chance for each image. So this should be for cluster API controller, and it's for A447 DC. Did it cut the different shelf for some reason? I know it's the same. So it's 32A F47 DC. Next one should be cluster cutoff. So I will check the cluster cutoff.
Would you mind dropping a link to the PR that you're looking at?
Sure.
Thanks.
Let me put it on the chat. The next one is 1991B for cluster cutoff. Let me open this separate tab so it's easier. So what was that? 1991B. Yep, this looks correct. And this is for Qvadian. That should be 24F4B. 24F4B. This looks good. The last one for KCP. 27F92. 27F92. Yeah, this looks good. I'll share the PR. Probably in the Slack as well. So in the chat, we should consider seeing the release team instead of all maintainers on the image from PRs. Yeah, that's a good point. But although we still need the maintainers, right, to approve an LGTM it. But yeah, I also agree. We could add.
Isn't the maintainer for the release part of the release team? Or actually, they might not be. Are they? Like, is Vince part of the release team right now?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. I mean, we could also do both.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, exactly. I'll take a note of it and follow up on that. Oh, I see. Michael is saying I found a bug with K-Prom. I can make an issue PR to fix it. Thanks.
Yeah, they just changed the path. Like the package, like sigs.k.io promo tools, they changed to v4 when like the previous K promo version was like v3 point something.
Yeah.
So it's in the v3 folder, and that's all. So easy fix.
Thanks. That should be fixed in main probably, right?
Yep.
So Sorry, not this one. Create a release 5.1. While we are waiting for review on this PR, did I share it on the chat as well? I think I did. Yeah, please take a look. I also shared it in the Slack. While we are waiting for this, let's take a look. This is also done. I lost these tasks. So yeah, we are waiting for these PR to merge, and once this is merged, we should test if we could pull those images, and if it's okay, then we could ask probably Cecile to publish the release in GitHub for the 1.4.6. Draft release looks good for 5.1. That's great. By the way, it has a hold on the PR, Cecile.
Oh yeah,
do we
that's
have to look
always
for-
it's always open with a hold so that it doesn't get merged before we're ready. But feel free to, as the author, feel free to unhold it when you're ready to merge it.
Sure. I think it looks good. I double checked the chat, so I'll just unfold it.
Yeah. Since it's an automated PR, like we want to make sure the author at least looks at it once before it gets merged.
Sure. Right. While this is going on, probably we can see what's going on with 5.1. Okay, so it's still running. So meaning probably we have to wait. Just wait. Yeah, this is merged right now. Now we have to wait for this promotion power job to complete, and this is done. So this is a post submit, I believe. And yeah, we should be able to actually export a release tag. If we want to follow 6 and local cool. Uh, 4.6 not found for cluster cutoff. just try. Seems like cluster couple 4.6 is not found for some reason. Do we have to wait for anything to finish?
Sorry, what's the issue?
Yeah, I was trying to pull the images.
4.1.4.6?
Yeah, and it seems to be cluster couple is missing. I was just asking, do we have to wait for something else? Because
In the job, it says like wait for the promotion pro job to complete successfully, and then it's still running. If you click the link.
is this the one? I thought it's for. Oh yeah, this is still running. Yeah, you're right. Probably I was too fast to check it.
Is 1.5 staging promotion running?
That's a good question. Yeah, this is still running. Even the job didn't finish yet, I'm already able to pull the images, so probably it's already uploaded and job should end soon. Just to confirm, so here, all 4 images, and I was able to successfully pull it. do we want to wait for this to finish successfully, Cecile, before publishing a release?
I mean, ideally, yes, but
No.
if
Sure.
we're impatient, we can.
Yeah. No.
What's the job currently doing? Do you see an output?
Logs, let's check. Application.
Looks like it's verifying image signatures.
Yeah.
Replicating signatures. Okay, so it's signing the images.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we should wait.
Yeah, sure. So the next step, once the job is done, we could publish the release, and once that's done, we'll publish the cluster catalog to homebrew by bumping the version in cluster catalog.rb file, and that should be it. Okay, so 5.1 is done. So now let's go back. The project job is run now. Now we have to go and check the images for 4.5.1.1 tag. Yeah, 5.1.1 for cluster catalog. Oh, sorry, cluster API controller is here. Cluster catalog is here. Bootstrap and KCP is all there. Yeah, I think we are good also with image promotion flow. So what I will do is, hopefully you are seeing the VS Code right now.
No, we're not.
Sorry. Now, origin 1.5. Then once again, I'll export the release tag, which is v1.5.1, and then run make promote images. And let's see. I think that was successful, and there should be a PR already. On the same repo. I'll double check the image has.
Yeah, PR is there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For PDFA 48, this is correct. Cluster couple 9E1B2. Meanwhile, I'm checking these. Can someone also do it in parallel?
Yeah, I can do that. Can you share the
Sure, let me
Google repository on the on the chat, so it would be easier.
I think I did. Yeah, it should be there. Thanks.
Thanks.
480. Cluster couple looks good. Bootstrap provider 3B50 looks good. And then KCP 7788. Yeah. All looks good to me. I'll share the PR here in the chat. Also, and there's like yeah, so status. Yeah, I think the job for 1.4.6 is complete. And we should be good to publish the release for 1.4.6.
Awesome. So should I click publish?
Can we make sure that I'm looking correctly and everything is in order? So this is the one that I was checking, and the PR that got merged and it ran successfully in the pro. And based on the documents, we should wait for it and test if the Docker pull is fine. And after that, the next step is publishing the release.
Are you running those Docker pull commits?
I did already. Do you want me to run it? Yeah, I can.
No, all good.
Yeah.
If you did, we're good. So I can just click publish now. We're ready.
Let me run the Docker pull, and yeah, images are there, so we should be good.
All right, clicking publish and done.
Yay! Thank you. And let's see.
Congrats on your first release team.
Thank you. Congrats, everyone. Should it be the Should this be the latest? I'm not sure for that.
Oh, do you want me to not mark it as latest?
Well, I'm not sure. Is it the latest? Because we have 5.0. I'm not sure. Just asking.
Oh, I can't unmark it actually. Sorry. I think it's fine. I don't think we actually use this for.
Of course. So,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, during the last release cycle, Kilian had mentioned that it should not be marked as latest. So maybe we need to check with him once. I'm not sure exactly, but he
But
was
probably, yeah.
very peculiar about that option, selecting that option.
Isn't this gonna get just overwritten once we publish 5.1?
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, what was that?
We are
Yeah, sorry. Go
so
ahead.
we
Go
are
ahead.
going to publish 1.5 also, right?
Yes, we haven't
Yeah,
done 1.5 yet.
Yeah, so that one will be marked as the latest one.
Yeah, we can overwrite latest with 1.5. But
Okay.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So let's just make 1.5.1 the latest.
Yeah, Dharma, you want to say something?
No, I was saying the same thing, that I think is fine for now. Let's just wait for 5.1 and then just overwritten instead of like trying to undo this.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I thought we could actually edit the release, as far as I know.
Yeah, but
and there is a
that box is grayed. It's grayed out. You can't change it once you've set it to latest.
okay, yeah, then that's sorry. No worries. I think we are still good. How is going with image promotion PR for 5.1? I shared it. Could you please take a look, Cecile?
Yeah, done. I didn't check it individually, but
I checked it, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I did check it too. So are we okay with unholding it, or I think we should be. And let's see. Once this is in, then another job should kickstart.
are you seeing the labels getting applied on that PR? Because they're not getting applied on my end. Like browse, go to React.
Yeah, probably Prow is too busy for now.
Strange. Yeah, it seems like it's not reacting even to my on hold.
Stefan commented, so let's see if he's gonna react to his. Yeah, it did.
Hey, it was a bit slow probably, but we should be good on this. Should start the job. So for v1.4.6, we are done with this step, and the last step would be publishing the cluster cutoff to Homebrew. Probably we can do that meanwhile, since this will be running, right? Let's do that. Yeah, to do that, we need two things. We have to open a PR to the Homebrew repo and there update cluster cutoff tag and revision. And as explained here, we'll be opening a PR only for latest tag. So for example, right now we are tagging 1.4.6 and 1.5.1, and actually we should be opening a PR only for 1.5.1, which is not there yet. So we should hold off until it's there. But here it explains already everything what we need. So basically tag, which would be 1.5.1, and then the revision where it's a like commit hash of the tag, but that's not there yet because 5.1 is not there. So I think we have to just wait, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cecile.
For Homebrew? Sorry, I kind of blanked.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, for Homebrew, we have to open a PR for the latest one, right? Currently we are cutting 5.1 and 4.6. And the latest would be 5.1.
Yeah, the first bullet point explains that, right? If you're doing 142 and 137, tag would be 142. Yeah, so in this case, tag would be 151. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was confirming.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry,
so,
I wasn't.
No worries.
Yeah, okay.
Then
So
we have to
are you
wait.
saying we should wait?
Yeah, because we don't have the commit hash of
That
the tag
release.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for 151, we have the commit hash, right? We already have the tag for 151, no?
Yeah, we do have, but I think, yeah, actually you're right. So it should be this one, right? Because the doc points to tag page and that's 4.2, yeah, but we don't have one for 5.1 yet. Or we do actually, but we don't have the let me check them PR quickly. F4A. Not sure which. Wait. Oh, actually, it's the correct one. D488. So for 5.1, it should be this one, I believe.
Yeah, that's the commit.
Yeah. Great. Let me open the PR then for it. So this is a homebrew repo and classical RB file. All we have to do here is update this tag and revision on this line. So I'll just check out to the new branch. Update CAPI v1.5.1 probably. Let's put the revision, update this one to 5.1, and it should be good, I think. Does revision look correct to everyone? Can someone confirm? I'll just put it in the chat.
Yeah, the commit looks good.
Thank you. Did we have the specific commit message for it? Probably yes. Yeah, I found it. So it should be classical 5.1. Looks like they have a new PR template. Have you checked? Follow. Have you followed the guideline? I think we are good. Just open this for now. I'll share it on chat. Also hold for now. While this is running, image promotion PR is merged. That's good. Proud job is running. It's still running.
Sorry, forgot. Where did you get the? How are we confirming the revision that you're applying in the pull request to the homebrew formula?
Yeah, so I got it from commit, like tag commit hash. So we have this 5.1. If you go there, it has this commit hash.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Post project run and it passed. I'll quickly check the job history. I think this should be the one. Yeah, 5.1. And I'll try to pull the images for the new tag.
Yeah, I tried it, so you can try it also. It was successful. All 4 images.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm also
All right,
running
so are we good
just
to
a
hit
double
publish?
check. Give me a second. So I'm also verifying that. So we have 2 people verifying it. Yeah. Once that's finished, probably we are good. So yeah, 5.1 was successfully pulled. I think we are good with publishing it, Cecile.
All right, and set as the latest release this time. There
Yeah.
we go. Awesome.
It's published now. Yes, I can see that.
Let's check. It's there. I see it as latest. All right, and Homebrew PR is also there. It's running. I shared it in this chat, also on Slack. Please take a look. But if I check the docs once again, yeah, this step is also done. And for this, we can disregard for now because it's a minor release. And oh yeah, we should check this one probably. As a last step. Oops. Okay. Seems to be it takes some time. I hope it's fine, right? Because it takes time. We just publish them. So with that, I think we are all good with the release task for today. Cecile, are we missing something?
Mentioned she had to drop. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think we are done. Guillermo, is he still here or others?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
I think yeah, 4.6 is there already actually. And 5.1 is there too. Yeah, that should be good. And this should be complete. We have done it for 1 hour and 40 minutes this time. But this was the first time, so we could improve. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, thanks
Thank
for
you,
everyone. Yeah, I'll stop sharing right now. Thank you.
Quick question for Kat. What are we waiting on for that PR for the homebrew formula?
Yeah. So this is, we are updating the homebrew repository. So we have the cluster API, basically, how do we call this, formulas in the homebrew, where we specify always the tag and then the revision, so that, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my question was, are we, these tasks are we're gonna complete async offline, or are we dependent, we're blocked on something else right now?
I think we're not blocked on that. It can be merged after the release is out, so we are not really blocked. We let know the approvers to merge it, and that should be fine.
Oh, cool, gotcha, makes sense.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thanks, folks, for joining. And this was the first release, first experience with the new automation tool. But I hope, except waiting times, everything went smooth and without any failures. So that I'm very happy for that. And thanks for joining and helping.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.